Ladies and gentlemen, we are so back. It's only been a brief hiatus, probably about a year. I'll give you like six or 7 months. 6 or 7. She said 6 or 7. Oh my god. Anyway, we're back at it again at Krispy Kreme. Wrong. We're not at Krispy Kreme. I'm not that big yet. Give me about 3 years. Anyway, I wanted to come on here and talk about imaginary friends and how embarrassing I think that is, to be honest with you. There used to be this show, and I wish I could remember what it was. The good thing about not remembering something, though, is that I can pause the video and look it up. Give me 1 second, ladies and gentlemen. It was called My Big Big Friend, and I would watch it on Netflix, and it was about these 3 kids. One had an elephant, one had a giraffe, one had a kangaroo, and they went on wacky adventures with them, right? And one day I was at my grandparents' house, and they had brought up my mom had an imaginary friend named Sally. Was it? No. That wasn't her friend's name. She had an imaginary friend. And I was like, interesting. And I knew about imaginary friends. I never had one. And I was pretty young at this point still. And I was like, interesting, princess. I don't have an imaginary friend. Am I falling behind here? Interesting. And so I got home from that sleepover or whatever. And in the shower, I was like, I'm a child. I should have an imaginary friend, like on the show that I watch, My Big Big Friend. Cause I don't know about y'all, but as a child, I often felt I had to act like a child, cause I felt like I didn't do what other kids do. This was one case. This is 1A, huh? This is one example of that. And so, I didn't want, I just watched My Big Big Friend because it was a fun kid's show. I liked it. I had fun with it. It was whatevs. I didn't get the thought that I needed a friend from that. I got the thought that my grandparents told me, your mom had an imaginary friend. And I was like, I don't have an imaginary friend. That's interesting. And so, I was in the shower, and I was like, my imaginary friend's name is Sally. And I did not fucking believe a single thing I made up in my mind about Sally. I was like, Sally is real. The concept of needing to imagine that I'm having an imaginary friend is crazy. I understand that. So, I get out of the shower, and I'm like, I get dressed or whatever, and I would run out to my parents, and I'm like, have you seen Sally? And they're like, huh? And I was like, yeah, my imaginary friend. We're playing hide and seek. And they were like, no. You have one? And I went, yeah, I have one. I didn't have one. This only lasted a night, by the way. I couldn't keep up with the facade. It was annoying for me to have one. Because I didn't fucking believe it. I didn't believe I had, I didn't have an imaginary friend because I didn't need an imaginary friend. I had friends, and I liked playing by myself. I didn't want some bitch-ass invisible bitch. Alright? And so, the one night I had Sally, I was like, y'all seen Sally playing hide and seek? No? Okay. And then we sat on the couch. I watched My Big Big Friend, and I was like, Sally, this is what we have to do. This is what a child and their imaginary friend do. We quickly, I remember I watched half an episode of My Big Big Friend, and I think I started watching Jessie instead, because I was Sally existed for maybe an hour. So, sorry Sally, I guess. I had to imagine there was an imaginary friend there, because I felt I was falling behind. I really didn't need it, though. Anyway, fast forward a couple years, my brother, Cass, Castiel, Castiel, he starts having, what was it? I think, okay, he like switched it. I think the fuck ass thing's name was Bob and or Chase. It was very confusing. He was blaming shit. He was blaming, like, I think he genuinely had an imaginary friend. Which, get a fucking life. Okay, if an only child doesn't have an imaginary friend, yo fuck ass doesn't need one. Let's get, I mean, like, I wasn't the only child anymore, unfortunately. I mean, what? Who said that? So, yeah. He would blame shit on this fuck ass imaginary friend, Bob or Chase. Was there more than one? I think he was calling it like his brother or some shit. It was really annoying. Cause like if I'm in the car and he's like, you're hitting whatever his fuck ass name was, and I'm like, no, I'm not. But I couldn't break the like, get a friend. Play some toys. Watch some TV. I don't, like, leave me alone. Leave me out of it. Leave your fuck Bob or Chase or Anorexia. I don't know what his name was. His brother, blah, 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 blah. Oh, bitch, he did this. He did that. I didn't do that. Okay, buddy. Whatever you say. Whatever you say, buddy. Yeah, I don't believe it. If I can say that, I don't believe it. I don't trust it. I don't think you need it, personally. Like, are you, like, okay, you're imagining a friend, but you can't put that imagination into, like, playing with some toys? Like, I had my dolls. I had my dollhouse and my fairy toys and my little characters. Take the imagination, transfer it into my Alvin and the Chipmunk McDonald's toy, Alvin was always with, like, I had the Chipettes too, but, here's what my typical house storyline was. I had my Barbie dream house, right? I would have Aurora and Prince Philip as the mom and dad. And then Vidya, the fairy from Tinkerbell. Oh, Vidya, bro. Boom, boom, ba-boom. Holy shit. Pound that. Never mind. I had Vidya as their kid. And I think sometimes I gave Vidya a sister, but it was always just like whoever was kind of hotter or like a little younger. Kristoff and Anna were always there. Kristoff and Anna, bro. Those dolls. Vidya was like a bad kid. Not like a bad kid, but she was like a moody teenager. She was hot. I love that doll. And then I got a Mal doll from Descendants. I think it was Descendants 2. I had that doll. I had fun with that doll for a long time too. It was really good. Real good shit. Real good. I miss playing with my dolls. One time in the back, this was when I was like pretty young still, I had an Aurora toy. A little Aurora. Huh? A little Aurora Sleeping Beauty. Like figurine. And a green like plastic gun like from the dollar store. Those were the only two toys I had with me in the car. So I'm in the back seat. This gun is alive. Okay? Plastic gun! And Aurora's like, do I got like some bullshit in here? No. Aurora's like, oh, something like, I love, like, what about your family? And he's like, oh, my family, my parents died. And my dad in the front goes, we're your parents, we're alive. And I go, no, the gun. And then I stopped playing with my toys in the car. Because why are you eavesdropping on their conversation? The gun's parents are dead. And she's trying to get with him. And you're interrupting going, where are your parents? We're alive. I know. God. Anyway. Yeah, it's like the Bob. This is terrible. Car's off. Oh well. That hurt my throat more than it would have if I just coughed normally. Glorious. Glorious, 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 glorious. What else can I talk? I don't really have much more to say about imaginary friends than I find them embarrassing. TBH. I don't think I knew anyone else with an imaginary friend. Either I forget or they just didn't tell me. Or maybe it's really just not that common for kids at all. Maybe my mom and my brother were just fucking losers. I don't know. That's not up to me though. You know what I don't understand? My dad was a model. And I know what we may be thinking. What some of you may be thinking if you know my dad. That's crazy, right? No, but he used to be a model and he was pretty good at it. Like, he looked like, if you saw the pictures, you'd be like, damn, that's crazy. So, he got bullied in school though. And I always thought that was really interesting because you got bullied in school, but you were a model. That's interesting to me. Whatever though. Should have kept that going. Like, I could be in a mansion right now. Maybe, I don't know. That's none of my business. I wonder if I tried to get a job at like a mattress firm, if they would let me in on the money laundering, or if they would just pretend it's not happening. Because it's got to be happening, right? How often does one purchase a mattress? Like, typically those things are supposed to last a decent amount of years. I mean, obviously they don't really anymore because, you know, capitalism, we need that money on the constant. But, ow, I just ripped my skin off. It's fine. Yeah, like, I just got that feeling inside my bones that they're doing some shady shit. And I really, like, if I apply it and I'm like, oh, I wonder if I should play dumb or if I should be like, I know. So give me like, I mean, how much, I don't know what they're like pulling in on a weekly or monthly basis. But I'd be like, anywhere from like 15 to like a 98% range, I'll take that cut. How many people are in on it? If I'm gonna be honest with you guys though, I don't know what money laundering is. To be honest, completely, a lot of times when I say anything or make a joke, I don't know what I'm talking about. But I say it because other people say it and people get a reaction from it. So that I'm like, lock that in real quick and apply it to a situation you think makes sense. And I would say like a good 98% of the time, that's a good plan. That's working pretty well. So, you know, we got something up in here. I'm like Barbie a little bit. Not though. I don't know why I said that. Barbie. What do I think about Barbie? Barbie Life in the Dream House, that show on Netflix. Peak. So good. Still put it on in the background sometimes. And then they made like another version of it. Everything is better in black. Oh yeah, there was like another show after Barbie Life in the Dream House, and it was like different animation. Raquel wasn't in it. I don't think Ryan was in it either. And Barbie like low-key sucked ass. Boring as shit. Barbie and Ken, do I think they should be together? I think that Barbie should scissor me. When I would get like boy dolls, like a prince, like Aladdin or like something like that, I would immediately take their pants off and look at the color of their underwear. Prince Philip had white. Prince Charming had like a light blue. Aladdin had white. Anyway. The girl underwear was always like skin colored and it just had like a little dot texture on it. Boring. Ugh. But yeah. It was really difficult to take girl pants off too. Said every straight man ever. Yeah, taking girl pants off, especially if it was like the rubber one. I had the Barbie doll from Toy Story 3. She was tough to get that jumpsuit off, but boy did she look hot in it, let me tell you. Woo! Anyway, am I lesbian? No. And we'll leave it at that. So yeah. Interesting. Toy Story 5, how do I feel about it? Not fantastic. Because Toy Story 4, honestly, pissed me the fuck off. Watched it once, and I think that was enough. Maybe I'll watch it again, just to get a recap on the whole thing. Toy Story 3 breaks my fucking heart every damn time. So yeah, alright, well, this was a fantastic chat, ladies and gentlemen. They, thems, microwaves, helicopters. I'm not homophobic. I just think it's funny. Honestly, if I had to rate this dick riding, I'd probably rate it like a 7 out of 10. I haven't done this in a long time, and I kind of went into this just thinking about imaginary friends. And then I kept on going. I've had this pimple here for like 3 days now. I pop it every single night. This is the best that it's been. People probably think I got herpes or some shit. I don't have herpes. I just have acne. So, oh yeah, there's been one here too. Anyway, I'm gonna shoot myself now. Rock on, peace out. Stay true to yourself. Don't touch yourself in public. Okay, bye.